In this video, I'm going to show you how I generate unlimited SMMA leads for my own agency, and I also use this same process to generate unlimited leads for my clients' agencies as well. So let's jump straight into it. Awesome. What's up, guys? So the reason I'm starting here is because before we even start thinking about finding leads, what good is a lead if we don't even know who we're reaching out to? There's millions of possible leads we can reach out to. If we don't know exactly what target demographic, what are the characteristics of the leads we're going for, then there's honestly no point even talking about getting leads in the first place. So this is the exact sheet that I use to define my own niche, my own characteristics of my niche, and what exactly I look for in leads, and the same sheet I use with my clients as well. So before we even think about getting leads, we need to know these things. So we need to know in what location are we reaching out to these leads. So, for example, I'm just going to go here, the US. A lot of you guys will be targeting businesses in the US. Niche industry. So, bigger niches like e-commerce. E-commerce, let's say, for example, a lot of you guys might be in e-commerce. Let's say e-commerce is not actually a niche. So within e-commerce, there's loads of different sub-niches. So let's assume that for this video, we're going to be targeting e-commerce, and we have a sub-niche of, let's say, footwear. So we're targeting e-commerce footwear brands. So footwear/shoe brands. Revenue level, let's say they have to be earning at least let's say they have to be earning at least $50,000 in monthly revenue. Headcount, if that's the case, then we could probably get away with, let's say, 1 to 50. Title, if it's 1 to 50, we want to be focusing mainly on founders, CEOs. Know why I put the apostrophe there. Founders, CEOs, owners, if it's below 50. We're going to ignore marketing managers for now because it is below 50. So yeah, so now we've got an idea of who exactly that we're going to be targeting. So we're going to be targeting footwear/shoe brands in the US, earning at least $50,000 in monthly revenue, headcount of around 1 to 50. So once we've dialed down on exactly who we're going to be targeting, we can then go into Apollo. So what you want to do, obviously in Apollo, just log in straight away. It's pretty cheap. It's around $99 a month for 10,000 qualified leads a month. So you want to head over to search, and you want to start by looking for people. So what you want to do here on people is you want to ignore the search bar. You want to always be in people and not companies. That's the best thing to do. So we know that we're reaching out to founders, CEOs, owners. So for example, here, I'm going to go job titles. I'm going to go founder. I'm going to go CEO, owner. Cases anymore, we can just select them. It's really not a big deal at the moment. We're just doing this example, owner and CEO. You could do co-owner, co-founder. So there we go. That should give us a good basis of using this off the bat. So co-founder, there we go. There we go. Brilliant. So we've done job titles. The next thing we can do here is we can go into location and see exactly where we want these leads to be. So contact, United States. I wouldn't worry about account headquarters unless you're really looking to refine it, but contact location in the United States, most of these should be based out of the US. So you can see here we've got 2 million results. Obviously, we're narrowing this down as we go on. So employees, we want to highlight 1 to 50. Perfect. Let's make my face a little bit smaller here. Move over here. Awesome. So the next thing, industry and keywords. So this is where you're really gonna, this is basically the niche of Apollo. So this is how you find niches within the leads. So for e-commerce footwear, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into apparel and fashion brands. So the majority of these brands will be e-commerce. They will be selling online. So there we go. We have apparel and fashion. So of these 20,000 apparel and fashion brands, obviously only a select few of them are going to be selling footwear. So this is where keywords come in. So essentially what we can do here is we can type in footwear as a keyword. So make sure this includes the keywords here, include keywords. We've got footwear. So again, we've got 308 here. Footwear, we can type in shoes, type in trainers, any other footwear brands, any other footwear type of terminology. Footwear, shoes, trainers, all looks good to me. We've got 575 leads, as you can see here at the moment. Perfect. Footwear, shoes, trainers. I don't know. Let's go flip flops. Just random shit we can put in there. Perfect. So that looks like a good thing for us to work with at the moment. So I've got around 581 leads in e-commerce footwear brands. So if we close that, so these are the filters we've got so far. It's looking solid already. What we can do now is we can head on down to email status. So here we can basically highlight that the leads, the emails of the prospects, they have to be either verified or guessed. So that narrows us down to 337. So obviously, the more filters you have along here, the more niche it is, the less leads you'll have. So we've narrowed it down to verified and guessed, meaning that we're not going to get any leads with no email or any random data that's not verified. Okay, awesome. So from this point onwards, we've got our lead list of around 337 leads. What we want to do here is we want to go to lists. We want to open up a new tab in Apollo. Just like this. We want to create a new list. And we can call this one, I usually like to start off with the name of the industry. So I'm going to name it Footwear Apollo, sorry, Footwear Ecom. And then I'm going to call it, and then we're gonna name who we're reaching out to. So founders slash CEOs slash owners, founders slash CEOs slash owners, 1 to 50 employees. And then we want to mention that it's in the US as well. So then want to save this. We've got our lead list here, so refresh the page here. Perfect. We also want to refresh this page here as well, just so it knows that we've updated a new list. Awesome. So now we've got our leads. We want to head over to net new. Always on net new, we need to be on when we're adding leads to a list. Wait for this to load. There we go. So we want to select this page. You can only select one page at a time, which is 25 prospects. It is a bit annoying. We want to then go onto lists. We want to go add to lists, and then we want to select the list which we're adding to. We then want to confirm. Wait for it to add to the list. Sometimes takes a little bit of time, depending on how fast your internet is. As you can see, mine's not the best right now. There we go. So that's adding those 25 prospects to that list right now. Should be any second now. Then basically what we want to do is we want to just repeat this process for every page until we get through this 337 and they all added to that list that we just created. So there you go. We've added 25 prospects. So like I just said, we want to add all those 337 leads. We want to then go over to the lead list. I've only added 25 for the sake of this video, but it should say 337. If you've done it or however many leads you're exporting, you're probably not using the same lead list as me. We then want to click on it. The next thing we want to do is just head over to the save leads. What we can then do is we can then select all people. When we're selecting all people, we can select the whole lead. We don't need to do 25 at a time anymore once it's saved into a list. We can then export it as a CSV. Export all emails, start export, download the lead list. Perfect. Once we've downloaded the lead list, what I like to do is I like to add it to Google Drive. So essentially what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into the list. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to copy the name of the lead list. I'm going to then go into my Drive on Google, go into my business, acquisition, outreach, find your folders. So let's say I'm creating a new folder called ecom. This is where I'm storing all my ecom leads. I'm going to create 3 folders. I'm going to create one called clean. I'm going to create one called raw. I'm going to create one called used. Essentially what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the raw leads folder. I'm going to create a brand new Google Sheet. I'm going to name the Google Sheet voice break. I'm going to name the Google, not voice break. I'm going to name it the same name as we name the lead list. So I've got my lead list exported here. So basically what I can do now is file import. Wait for this to load, go into upload, drag this into here. Just browse. There we go. Upload that into here. Replace current sheet, import data. There we go. So now I have 25 verified leads from Apollo that I can use. So what we then want to do is we want to get rid of all these pointless tabs. We can just get rid of these. These aren't really useful unless you have a need for any of these. I like to keep the social links in my lead lists in case I ever need to go back and connect with them on LinkedIn, view their website, Twitter, Facebook, etc. But all of this, personally, I don't use it. So I can just highlight all this, get rid of it. So that needs to be deleted as well. Perfect. So now we're working with a raw lead list. The reason it's raw is because whenever you export emails from Apollo, they always need to be cleaned through a third-party email verification software. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download this new Google Sheet with the changes that I've made. I'm going to download it as a CSV. That's all good. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to head to Million Verifier, which is the email verification tool that I currently use. I'm going to log into this, make sure I'm all logged in. No, I'm not a robot. Ooh, wait to log into here. Awesome, we're all in, finally. Go to one-time cleaning. I'm going to drag this over to here. Start verification. So what this is going to do is this is just going to verify the leads which need cleaning. As you can see, I like to use Million Verifier. I find it's the quickest one to use. So of those 24 leads, 16 are good to send. 8 are risky, so we're not going to bother with them. So we're going to download the good emails. We're going to then come back to in here. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to go File, Import, Upload, Browse, check our downloads, import the file which we just downloaded. So we're going to replace the current sheet, import data. Wait for it to import. Wait for it to actually import and do something. Ooh. There we go. Okay, cool. So here we go. This is what it should look like. Perfect. So now we know that these are all clean, ready to go, easy to send. We don't have to worry about whether or not they're clean, whether they're going to bounce or not. If you've been lead sourcing manually in the past and trying to send emails to those leads or wherever, I'm sure you know that they can bounce if you're not verifying them properly. So here we go. We know that all these emails are ready to send to. They're all good. We only need one company name. There we go. We've got a solid lead list here. Perfect. So what we can then do now is we can move this into the back. We can look at the folders that we've just used, ecom, and from the raw, we can then move it into the clean because it's clean and it's ready to send. So this is how you can organize your lead list within Google Drive. So yeah, that's honestly everything. That's everything. That's how you define your niche to use within Apollo. That's how you use Apollo. You use the filters, and that's how you export, verify, and organize leads. So yeah, I hope that's helped, and yeah, I appreciate it. If you are an agency owner making over $30,000 a month, feel free to check out the first link below in the description where you can schedule a call with myself. It is designed to sell you something. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't mind whether you book the call or not. You're not obligated to in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, let me know. It's there if you want to click it. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.